My cancer journey. The doctor said, "Do you have any concerns?" So he put the ball in my court, and it was my turn. I said I cough a lot, and sometimes awake or not, I seem to choke. I raised my neck when I was shaving and felt this lump on my throat. I recite poetry too, and I noticed my voice getting raspy. Then this is what the doctor asked me. Are you a heavy drinker and do you smoke? The doctor always asks me these type of questions, but I've always said nope. This time, I told the doctor, Doc, I have been lying all these years. I've been smoking over 3 decades, and I probably do drink one or too many beers. The doctor said, I need you to be honest about your health. This is the only way that I can help. I said, all right, Doc, so what is next? He said, we will have to run some tests. I'm sending you to go get a sonogram. Then we will go from there after that test is ran. I did the test, but he still was not sure. I mean, doctors don't know it all, but they practice medicine, so they practice finding the cure. This is when he sent me to get a CAT scan. They injected me with dye so the machine could begin the exam. They said, you and your doctor will have the results in 1 to 3 days. My primary doctor referred me to a cancer doctor, and this is what he had to say. I need you to go get a biopsy in a week or two. The sooner the better. Let me see what I can do. I said, what is a biopsy? He said, we take a piece of your tissue. We put it under the microscope to see if it gives us a better clue. He told me this after sticking a camera up my nose. This was done so he could see the inside of my throat. I also had to do a little biopsy before the big biopsy. This biopsy required the doctors to stick needles in me. They stuck needles in my neck to see if it spread. I never imagined having to be on a hospital bed. I had the second biopsy, and everything my doctors thought was true. Even though they gave me a 5% chance that their diagnosis was not the truth. Now, y'all know if someone says 95%, they might as well say 100%. By now, I've had 2 sonograms, a CAT scan, 2 biopsies, a PET scan, and I am tired of it. I had to do the PET scan to make sure the cancer didn't travel to other parts. In about 2 weeks, my radiation and chemo starts. Before it starts, I have to get my wisdom teeth pulled out too. This is because of what the radiation can possibly do. This is all new to me, and part of me just wants to quit. But the other part of me is telling that part you have to finish it. You better fight and get rid of it so you can testify. I know I have to stay positive even after I cry. I never knew I would walk through so many doctor doors. I never knew I would get cancer on my vocal cord. The cancer spread. That is why I had the knot on my neck. This put me in stage 2, so there was no time to rest. Life is moving so fast for me now. Everything has to hurry up and get done. I told my dad not to worry, and he said, but you are my son. I reminded him and other family members that I only needed positive thoughts. I believe that this is the only way that this can be fought. I am not dead, and positive energy will help me stay alive. Y'all, God ain't through with me yet. I could have been done died. I had been in certain environments that I shouldn't have been. I could have lost my life so many times, but God keeps allowing me to win. And I have to let God be who I believe God is. Cancer doesn't have to kill you. It can give you the drive to live. I have more medication than I need. It is all about the money because the doctors keep charging me fees. They getting money out of me like it grows on my trees. Once this bullet leaves, I have to try to prevent it from coming back to me. I have been wanting to stop doing so much drinking and smoking anyway. I also have to eat better and exercise every day. I have to stop ignoring my body when it needs rest. I ain't never been no honor student, but I will pass this test. My radiation and chemo starts this week. I don't know if I am ready, but I guess I have to be. The treatments might make me lose up to 40 pounds, so they want me to fatten up. I am already little. Losing 40 will put me too close to $100. Well, I've been eating like I'm glutton. I've been eating so much, I feel like I will have an outy belly button. The time for the procedures are quickly approaching, and I still have not stopped doing all this choking. I host open mics, so I've had to get replacement hosts. Remember I told you I have a raspy throat. It is so bad that it is hard to order food in the drive-thru because the fast food workers are always saying, "Could you speak up, sir? I can't hear you." Okay, back to the story. I went to radiation for a test run. They said this won't take long. In 10 minutes we will be done. Now let me rewind a little bit. The cancer is in my neck, so they had to make sure that my mask would fit. They had me lay down as they put warm thermoplastic over my shoulders, face, and head. I had to be very still, like I was in a coffin, dead. The thermoplastic hardens when it gets cool. I wish I was telling someone else's story and not my own truth. So my mask reminds me of Spider-Man, but with holes in it, and the mask is white. Cancer doesn't just walk away like a superhero. You have to fight. On my first trial run, I felt so claustrophobic. I couldn't seem to breathe. See, they keep your mask strapped to the table to keep you in the position that they need. I told them, hold up, let's start over. I need me some water. I needed them to turn that fan on because I was getting hotter. Now it was time to go across town for my first chemo treatment. I can't wait till this is over so I can say that I beat it. My chemo nurse was telling me everything I should expect. This is when my eyes started to get wet. I usually don't be doing all this crying. I just thank God that my queen was by my side this whole time. Chemo lasted about 3 hours. It seemed to take forever. I have to thank God in advance for when I do get better. I went back to radiation the next day, and I still couldn't seem to breathe. So they cut the eyes out of my mask. No, it was not to help me see. It was so it wouldn't feel so tight on my face. I am so thankful to the medical team for keeping me in the race. Dealing with cancer, everything has to be done right away. I have 6 more chemo treatments ahead, and radiation will be done in 37 more days. I am also a believer in holistic healing, so I am taking certain herbs and teas. I am just trying everything I can to get it away from me. Well, by now, I am in my 4th week of treatments, and it don't feel good. All I can do is keep the faith and keep knocking on wood. I often feel nauseated, and my throat has so much pain. This is a day-to-day process, and it is hard to maintain. My taste buds don't taste like they used to. I have lost the taste for even my favorite foods. My nose bleeds, and my neck is burned inside and out. I promise to God, from now on, I will take care of my house. I am through putting trash in it like a garbage disposal. I want to be able to play with my grandchildren that I don't have, so I have to get older. The radiation also took my goatee beard away. Now I just have a naked face. All in all, everything's going to be all right. Cancer is a bully, but I am ready for the fight. All of my treatments are finally complete. I have to do another CAT scan to make sure the bully has been beat. I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was gonna be a walk in the park, and now the recovery starts. My throat is still on fire when I swallow. It even hurts when I try to drink water. It is hard to eat, so I have lost about 20 pounds. If I don't wear a belt, my pants will be on the ground. To fix this problem, I've had to get a feeding tube. I never knew it would take all of this, but I've had to do what I have had to do. Hydration is important, so I get saline pumped into my veins. I pray that I never again have to go through this pain. Things are starting to get better one day at a time. I am moving forward as I leave cancer behind. I know it is not over, but I feel the over getting close. After a while, this feeding tube will be gone, and I won't have this pain in my throat. I will get back to being a performing artist on the stage. My third book will be complete after writing the last page. I just want to thank God for making me more humble. God carries me when I fall, after I have stumbled. I went and saw my speech doctor, and she put that camera up my nose again so she could see. I had to eat pudding, a piece of muffin, a piece of cookie, and drink some water so she could watch it go down me. She said that we still have some work ahead of us. I done made it this far, so I am not in a rush. I went and had that CAT scan yesterday. Once again, I will know the results in 1 to 3 days. I ain't worried about it because I speak success over my life. Plus, God knows that I am now going to do things right. This chapter is almost over, and this poem will soon come to a close. I am a poet, so my life is what gets told. I received the results, and they were good, just like I thought. The doctors still have to keep an eye on me, and that's fine. I'm just glad that the bully has been beat. I will no longer take my life for granted. When you are faced with your bullies in life, don't back down, damn it. Do whatever you have to do to survive. I just thank God that I am still alive. You did? Paul Munson, a.k.a. Froze. My cancer journey, you did. Didn't want to say nothing to everybody. Because sometimes people be negative without trying to be. Didn't need no sorrows. Because I be looking for my tomorrows. Peace.